So I didn't know, but that last video I did was cut off after a minute. I hadn't put it all on, I know, anyway. So I'll try and continue now. She hardly heard anything. Anyway, I've come out the back of the camper van now. I'm sick of being in there. They're lovely people, don't get me wrong. But it's freezing tonight, and in there, it's warmer outside. That's why I've taken my jacket off to walk around. But it's warmer outside, to be honest, and I can't sleep. It's so uncomfy. I can't go on like this. And this is Chester West Council leaving me to sleep rough permanently. And every other council, people have contacted other councils, said it's illegal what they're doing, and they can't do this. And I've had loads of emails telling me that I have to fight and go and complain. I haven't got the energy. Anyway, that's besides the point. So I was just talking about my situation. I was saying that if I'd had brothers and sisters, they'd have been looked after me, because I'm on my own. It's hard. And I'm not cut out for this. I can't cope with it at all. And I'm even thinking of entering a monastery now. Seriously, I know it sounds bizarre, but I'm desperate. At least the nuns would take me. They wouldn't take most of the rough sleepers because they're full of drugs and alcohol and they've been to prison. They're different calibre to me. They would accept me because I'm a decent person, but the problem is I don't know if I can cope with it. And it's just that I'm desperate. I'll have to pretend to be a nun. I don't know what to do. Anyway, that's besides the point. I can't be living outside anymore. It's too much for my health. I'm feeling really ill now. I can't take anymore. I can't carry on like this. I really can't. And there's people that are lying on here, because I get people who say they want me to go to Saudi Arabia. They've got camels and everything. And it could be some psychopath. You don't know who it is. Anyway, this man on here said he was a solicitor called Paul or something. I don't believe him. Gonzalo or whatever his name is. I don't know. And I don't speak to him now because I wouldn't get in the van with him. He said he wanted me to get in the van with him. I refused to. And he was a weirdo. Anyway, he said he'd help me, and I believed him because I'm an idiot. And it was... so then I had these phone messages at the beginning of March, and I was really upset about it. And he saw them, and he said, I'll deal with those. Or something, because I've got no credit, so I can't think anyway. So he wouldn't let me use his phone and all this, which was weird. And then so I said he'd deal with the council himself or something, and I don't know. And some people had texted me or something about my mother in a hospital. So I got somebody to let me use the phone. I rang the hospital, and we got through to the ward, and it was night time, about 10:30. They said she was asleep and everything. And I said she's not dead or dying, because I was in a terrible state. And the woman was surprised. She didn't know, because she's in a nursing home. She had an infection. They bring her in, and then she hasn't responded to this antibiotic or something. She should have gone out yesterday, but she'll be going out in a few days. And she said, don't worry. She said she is not dead. She is not dying. She's not seriously ill. She's not had a stroke. She's not had a heart attack. She's not had an operation, because I was saying all these things. Don't worry. And then I told her about me sleeping rough. She was more concerned about me. She said, that's terrible. I said, has she spoken about me? And she said, no, she hasn't mentioned me. Now, that's terrible in itself, because, I mean, I'm her bloody daughter. And she doesn't even give me a second thought. And to leave me like this, and she just doesn't care at all. I mean, I don't know how she can be so cold, to be honest. I really don't. I haven't deserved any of this. It's been awful. Because I can remember when she made him kill himself the first time, and they had to take tablets in some hotel or something, and it didn't work. And he came on the phone straight away to me, because he'd come round. She wouldn't speak to me, but he came on the phone straight away, even though we didn't speak and we argued all the time, to tell her not to worry, and we'd be coming back. We won't be doing that again. He was all shaking and everything. And I don't know why. What she does to me, what she does, it's very distressing, actually. I want my nanny. My nanny loved me, and she brought me up. She is the woman that loved me from a baby. She was the one that brought me up. I felt she's always rejected me. I was never good enough for her. I didn't do well enough at school, because she was a school teacher and everything had to be perfect. And I was sent to a private school because I was naughty and wouldn't behave, whatever. And, you know, it's a big strain I've been put under. And all I'm getting then is abuse. I come on here, and I've had horrible things happen to me with people. That's why I don't put the comments on. Because they say I'm not homeless. Well, if I'm not homeless, what the fuck am I? Answer that question. I mean, I am bloody homeless. A lot of the people on the streets aren't homeless, actually. They're in CDBs and Bs in different places, but they're getting money for drugs. And that's the honest, God's honest truth. I never beg, because it's demeaning for me to be on the streets laying down. I couldn't even get to lay down. I feel so ashamed laying down. I could never do that. But I mean, they don't care, but I'm not the same as them. I'm a different calibre to them. It's not on. I shouldn't be labelled like them, and that's what makes me angry, because I'm nothing to do with them. So I don't know what to do. But I need a solicitor, I need a nun or somebody to contact me. And one afternoon, this was a long time ago now, I'd say about 3 months or so, I'm not sure. I was upset one afternoon. A lady saw me and took me into her house for some, she said, did I want tea? I said, no, it's okay. And I sat down, I was crying, and then I went back on the bus. And she calmed me down. And Songs of Praise was on. It was an afternoon. And they were talking, there was a person on there, a man and a woman. Oh, they were lovely. And they took people in. Like, there was an elderly woman in her 90s who had no family. They were looking after her. They had a teenager that was homeless there, and they were doing that, and they would have been perfect for me if somebody could get hold of them, because I need a chance. I need somebody to like adult adoption, like love me, because I feel so alone and I can't cope. I really can't. I'm on my own. I'm destitute. I've got no money. I've got no family. I've got no home, and it's too much for me. And I don't have the confidence to kill myself. I did sort of try. I have tried. But I haven't got the confidence to go through with it anymore. I'm too scared now. I'm a nervous wreck. I need some sort of help. And no one's going to help me. And I don't know what to do. Because all I'm getting is weirdos on here that keep coming on. And then they want me to get in vans with them or weird stuff. And it's always men. And I'm not going in a van with a man at all. Why can't a woman approach me? It would be safe. Like elderly people to give me a second chance in life to adopt me, because that's what I really need. And I'm gutted, because what she's done to me, she's ruined my life. It's terrible. She controlled my life, so I wasn't able to do or know what I'm doing with life. And now she's just suddenly dumped me, rejected me and dumped me on the streets, where she's put herself into a luxury care home. And this was all done behind the scenes, and I had none of this I knew was going on. And it was planned for a while, apparently, somebody told me, and I was just left on the streets. And she's just left me, penniless, on the streets. She gets 3 pensions, she's not giving me a penny now for about a year. I can't cope with this anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do. Everywhere's so bloody busy. And it's only about 9:30, I think, at the moment. But I've gone round the corner from that camper van. They were actually sleeping. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I can't take it anymore. I really, really can't. I feel so ill. I'm so fed up with everything. I just don't want to carry on. I just want to go into some nice room now and go to sleep. I want to go back in time into my own bedroom. Flat 13, Yew Tree Court, Pye Road, Hounslow, my last home that I can call a home. And I was really happy in there. And I'd go to sleep. I'd have Soft Robin Button at the side of me. And in the lounge I'd have Goose and Boy. And then Jack and John over there. And it was lovely. And I'd go to sleep. And it would be lovely and cosy, and with all the loads of toys. It was like Disney in there, you know, all the soft toys like they have at the Pile in Disney. I had all the toys around me in the bedroom, and it was so lovely and cosy. And I'd love to go to sleep in there now, and just sleep in there forever with my babies around me, and feel safe and loved. Because after my grandmother died, I made them to survive, really, because I wasn't loved. And my father's like distant, so we didn't get on, and he just doesn't care, you know, that's all. He just didn't care. He did nothing to help. He was terrified of her, did everything she said. But he never did anything to help me positively at all. And my grandmother doted on me, and when she died, a part of me went with her. A big part of me went with her. And I was left. And it wasn't easy. But now it's worse than not easy, because I am on the streets like an alley cat, and I've been left on the streets abandoned, and I can't cope. So will somebody please, my email is pinkbabybutton6@gmail.com. I need a solicitor, please, if you can help me. I need somebody to do with adult adoption, if you can help me, if you can find these people. I'm no good with the internet. They were on Songs of Praise. Please tell them about me and show me them, because they'll help me. And then try a nunnery or something to see what I have to do to get into one. I'm in Chester area. Is there one near here? Because I don't know. And what you do, or a monkery or something. Because they don't know anything in the cathedral. I've been there and they don't know. Please, it's only a coffee shop anyway, they don't know anything. Please, please, somebody help me out there, because I'm in a desperate way. I feel really ill. I'm in terrible pain with this severe arthritis of the hip and the ME. I'm exhausted. I can't go on trying to lay down in a bloody back of a camper van and then have to sleep on buses all day and live like this, in a terrible state, with no will to live whatsoever, and then think, oh God, it's another day of this hell, another day of this hell, and this is how my life is. It shouldn't be like this. I should be laying on a bed watching Coronation Street, cooking a meal, that type of thing. That's what people do. They don't live like me, only if you're a heroin addict. So, which I'm not. I'm a decent human being. So I deserve a decent life like a normal human being has. So please, please get back to me, and please get somebody to help me. I beg of you. If there's somebody, there must be one decent person amongst you all that watch this. Please. And if it's teenagers watching it, tell your parents, ask them, tell them to get help for me. Please get help for me. I'm only on here because I need help. I need help, but I'm desperate. Thank you very much. Good night.